Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing a tutorial soft glam on some products that I got from my BoxyCharm. So I'll be using the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow base. And guys, English is not my first language, so yeah, I will be mispronouncing a lot of words. But anyways, I will also be using the this so this I got in my Boxy base. I subscribe to Base Premium and Luxe. Boxy Premium is like $35 plus tax depending on your state. And then the base is I believe $26 plus tax depending on your state. Anyway, so this is the palette that came in my premium box. So this came in my base box, and this beautiful, look at this. I mean, Too Faced makes gorgeous palettes, and I wish, oh, guys, it smells amaze balls. Look at that. It's pretty. And then I also used the Tarte Sugar Rush Balm. Look how cute that is. That's by Tarte. This came in my premium box. I just want to try these products out, see how I like them, see how you guys like them. And also, guys, I am partnered with Jacque Mgido Cosmetics. She has an eyebrow bundle, 4 different colors. So there's dark brown, dark gray, medium brown, and light brown. I have the $25 bundle kit in dark brown. And if you use my code JH2020, you get 15% off. And you get 5 things for 25 bucks. So you get this eyebrow pomade, a lot bigger than Benefits. Again, this is in the color dark brown. And look, guys, it comes with an eyebrow one. Well, anyway, angled brush so that you can do your little hair-like strokes. This pomade is waterproof and it's 24-hour hold. So if you have sparse eyebrows like I do, I suffer from hypothyroid, so the outer third of my eyebrow doesn't grow, guys. I don't overpluck them. Anyway, the bundle also comes with this brown liner. I use it as lip liner, eyeliner. You can use it for your brows. It's all preference. It also comes with the eyebrow pen. This is also 24-hour hold and it's waterproof. Both the pomade and the liner, you do have to give it 90 seconds to set before it's, smudge proof. This is the eyebrow gel. The eyebrow gel is clear, but as you can see, I didn't wait the 90 seconds and that's why there's a little tint in there. And then last but not least, it comes with this eyebrow brush. Again, you can use it to do like hair-like strokes. I use it as a concealer brush, an eyebrow concealer brush. So anyways, let's get started. Oh, I've already prepped my skin. I cleansed it, used my serums, my toner, moisturized it, and I use the Urban Decay All-Nighter Face Primer. I love it. It has hyaluronic acid. There we go. Hyaluronic acid, so it keeps your skin moisturized and young. I have combination skin, and because my skin's been going crazy and I started breaking out way more than usual, this quarantine just had me a little bit, I guess, stressed out, and my skin was not liking it. So because of all the stuff I'm using now to help clear that up, it's a little. So anyways, I like to do my brows after. I do not like to do my brows before. I used to do it before, but what started happening is because I use setting powder to set my face, I would have powder in my brows and then I would have to go back in and do it again. So I just wanted to put, ooh, this stuff it feels tacky. And if you know anything about stuff that's tacky, it's actually good because what it means is that it'll grip the eyeshadow colors way better. So I'm kind of excited to be using this. I like to use a brush, and I think I'm gonna use another brush. See how this works. Sometimes a fluffy brush works better. So I first am gonna conceal under here, under my eyebrow, because I do like that highlighted look before I start my eyeshadow. So I take a concealer brush, and this is just a concealer brush that I got in a pack from Cosmetics. If I could just speak English today, right? And then I just take my ring finger and kind of blend it in. You don't have to use your finger. You can use whatever is comfortable for you. But as you can see, if you compare both my eyebrows already, you can see like this looks lifted. And child, with these hooded eyelids, your girl, I need some lifting. Oh, I almost forgot, guys, because I do have a oily T-zone. As I am doing my my eyeshadow, I put some powder on my oily areas. And then I kind of dab a little bit everywhere. Yeah. And I am using Airspun. Some people don't like the way it smells. I love the granny smell, to be honest. I love it. But if you're not a person that's into smells, oh my goodness, I almost forgot to do my eyebrows. If you're not a person that's into smells, you might not like it. But anyway, I do my eyebrows at the end. I don't do my eyebrows at the beginning. Oh, and the concealer I was using was it's the Beauty Bakery's Insta Bake Concealer in 10, and it's called Butterback Off. And you want that lightness because you want your eye or your eyebrow to look highlighted and what is the word I'm looking for? And lifted. There you go. I want it to look highlighted and lifted because, like I said, these hooded eyes, no bueno. So I am gonna take a Luxie brush 250. It's a large blending brush, and what I am going to do is I'm gonna take this color, which is Cleavage, and I am gonna pack that in the middle of my lid, kind of where the crease is at. Now I like to use big fluffy. I swear to you guys, I swear I know how to speak English. So we're gonna just pack this on before blending it out. Like I said, this is just gonna be a soft glam, kind of an everyday look. And I take a smaller blending brush. This brush I bought of Amazon from the company Dorime. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but yes. Can you guys see that? It's a pretty color. And I know right now, and then I kind of blend it a little bit. I think I'm going to take Lace Teddy, which is this like pinky color, and put it on the lid, pack it on the lid. and just see what happens. Because I'm dark skinned, it doesn't really look like a pinky. It kind of looks more like a cream color. You know what I mean, guys? So I'm going to keep packing on this color. But yeah, when you're dark, I mean, now that I'm looking at these colors, because I like the colors to kind of look true to what they really are, I should have just used my other concealers. But like I said, I wanted to give this a try. So anyway, I'm grabbing more of that cleavage mauve, dark mauve color, and I'm just putting more on my cream. And this is easy. As you can see, you can darken it. And I think I want to darken, maybe do like a dark, like use the Risky Biz. So this one's another Luxie. It's a little miniature brushes. Like this brush I got in my Boxy Luxe. This one I got in one of my Boxy Premiums, I think. So a lot of these brushes I did get in BoxyCharm. So I just want to gently dab this color. I don't know. I don't know if I like this color yet. I don't really like the way purples look on me, and this reminds me of a purple color. And I want to drag this out. As you can see, these colors they're not super pigmented. It might just be, I don't know, it might just be this concealer. I'm going to have to use this palette again and use my other concealers because, anyway, I'm going to take this brush that I used to place the mauve, and I'm actually going to go into Hookup. It's like a brown chestnutty color. I'm not liking that purple. I'm actually going to go back to this little brush. And, okay, there we go. I know it looks crazy, but it'll look nice, I promise. I've done accidents like this before, where I started with one eyeshadow color and I didn't like it. And I'm like, yeah, it gotta go. You feel me? ¿Tú me entiendes? You understand me? Pa' fuera. Anyway. So, guys, I am Puerto Rican. And like I said, English is my second language. So, I throw in a little Spanglish here and there. Tú sabes, un poquito español. Ya with me? Usually, I love Too Faced formulas. You know what? We gotta take this brown up a little bit. Making this way too dark. So what I did is I took a big, clean, fluffy. No, I can't sing, but you know, fluffy brush to kind of take this excess, and then I'm just wiping the brush on a towel. I'm trying to soften this because I don't want it dark, because remember, we're not going for a dramatic eye. We're doing something that's practical for every day. But if y'all know me, I'm a little extra. I don't like doing anything, you know, not dramatic. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start putting the All Natural, which is like this beige color, in here on top of this color. Because like I said, okay, eso me gusta. Me like this color. Okay, I can work with you. We can work together. You know what I'm saying? ¿Tú sabes lo que yo digo? Now I want to take a brush that's like a blending brush that's a little thinner, skinnier. Okay, let's use this one. And I want to blend these colors together. I'm going to take that mauve cleavage and kind of put that back in my crease. Take a little bit of this brown again and put that right over it. All right, let's blend this out. And it's okay, guys, if, like, as you see, I'm kind of going into the highlighting or highlighted area. It's okay because when I do my brows, I can fix it with some concealer. So what I'm saying is, don't freak out. Don't, okay, you know what? I'm done with this eye look. I'm going to take it all off and redo it again. No, sis. Concealer is your best friend. Okay. And you have hooded eyes like I do. To make the illusion, that's why I put the highlighter on my eyebrows. Because I have hooded eyes. So I want to give the illusion of having more eyelid space and having a lifted look. And what the light color does on your lid is it makes your lid look bigger. It makes it pop. It makes it look bigger than it is. And then putting the dark color, like I did, that transition color, that crease color, darker, gives your eye like a contour. So it just makes you look like you have more lid space than you do. So that's a little hack that I can teach you guys. If you have hooded eyes, it's the bomb. Okay. So now, blend these. So you want to hold the eyeshadow brush at the end like a pen or a pencil to kind of buff it out. Because if you're like me and you're heavy-handed and you hold it like this, you're going to buff all the color off. And we're not trying to do that. Now, my eyelids are a little bit oily. So this is a matte primer, by the way. I forgot to mention that earlier. It does dry down matte. It's not too drastic. It's not outrageous. It's something that you can wear during the day and, you know, just look nice. I'm in the middle of recording a video, Ian. It's my nephew, guys.
That's not me. I'm in here.
Come say hi. If you want to say hi, come say hi to the YouTubers.
Hi.
That's my nephew, Ian.
This is my Ryan. I watch him every day. My mom brought me my stuff.
So, guys, he's giving you the tutorial now.
Not just have outfit. But I don't live here. I just live. It's literally just.
Okay, right. Ian, we're not going to tell people where you live. That's not. This is I'm posting this on the internet.
What?
No,
what? Makeup?
Yeah, posting this video on YouTube. I don't know how. Okay.
That's not what you do.
Okay. See you later. Go downstairs. I love you. Give me a kissy. I should have locked my door. But I clearly told my boys, keep an eye on my nephew. I love it. He told Ja where he lived. I'm like, boy, what? I swear. My nephew's a trip, but I love him to death. He's 5 years old. Okay, so, all right. We need to move on from these eyes, but I want to pack this back in because I lost a little bit of the packation when I buffed the other color out. And I do not like losing the packation. Okay? Okay, now I want to brush off the excess powder. And this is a setting powder brush by Fenty Beauty 170, in case you're wondering. So I don't color correct because I wear a full coverage foundation, but if I were to be wearing like a medium coverage or a sheer coverage, I would be color correcting for the manchas, these dark spots, thanks to Rona that I got. I am going to be using Kat Von D or KVD Beauty. This is the Lock-It foundation. It's vegan. And it's in the color medium 65 neutral. And it's still, it's a neutral color. Oh, put some in my hair. But it's still, I feel like it's still yellow. I am warm skinned, but for some reason, I don't know if you can see, like, I mean, it blends beautifully. It does. That's the one thing I like about her foundations. Like, they're full coverage. Well, this foundation, the Lock-It, is full coverage. You see that? Full coverage, guys. And it doesn't oxidize. And for some reason, every other foundation that I use, the foundation oxidizes and it makes me orange. And ain't nobody trying to look like a pumpkin, you know? Oh, this brush is actually from Kat Von D, brush number 10. And this foundation brush is so bomb because it's dense. And then, as you know, it has that shape where you can fit it right there under your under eye. And then you can get in your nose perfectly. But guys, look, you see that? I didn't color correct. And yes, this is my color. I know right now it looks a little, like I said, it looks a little orange. But as you can see, you know, you look at my neck because you're supposed to match your foundation to your neck. So this matches my neck because this is full coverage. And then I like to blend my foundation into my eyeshadow. So with other foundations, what I usually do is I'll go in with a beauty blender, right? And kind of do this at the end. I don't know. I don't like doing it with this foundation. But in the past, I kind of feel like it takes the foundation like off. And obviously, if you're wearing a full coverage foundation, it's because you're trying to cover up. So as you can see, guys, it's my color now. So you got to give it, that's the one thing when you go shopping for foundations. You should always swatch it on your neck, on like your chin and your neck, right? And then you should walk around the store and make sure you're doing it during the day. Then you want to walk around the store for 15 minutes because that's how long it takes for a foundation to kind of blend in with your skin. And that's how you'll know if your foundation is going to oxidize. So, like if I go into Ulta, I swatch the foundation on right on my neck, chin area. I kind of walk around the store. Yeah, people look at me like I'm crazy, but who's trying to return a foundation a million times a day? Honey, I'm not. So make sure this is buffed into your neck so you're not two colors. I've always liked full coverage foundation, even before the Rona came to mess with my face. But especially for like special occasions. Okay, so like I said, I do my eyebrows last now. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to conceal and highlight. I'm going to conceal under my under eyes. And I'm going to highlight my forehead, the middle, the bridge of my nose, a little bit on the mustache part, and a little bit of here. I am going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape in the color Tan Honey Deep 47H. What I do is I kind of use this this has like a peachy undertone. So I kind of use this to color correct. And this actually, once it like dries down, it dries down to the color of my foundation. And then I do this right here. Then I want to highlight. So I use Tarte Shape Tape in 42S or Tan Sand. Line, 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 line. Then you can use a sponge. Like I said, for some weird reason, I just feel like when I use a sponge on this foundation, and I mean, this is just me. I don't know. Look, like I'm gonna use this one from Echo Tools. I just kind of feel like it never blends out, right? I don't know. I prefer a brush. There we go. I feel like when I use a brush, it blends out better. I like to do this perf because this concealer, it dries down matte and it dries down quick. So it's like you gotta hurry up and kind of buff it. You know, like buff it, buff it, buff it. It's like you're in a race. I do like this sponge though from Echo Tools because it has that. Yeah, it's been through the ringer. I usually wear my pointy daggers, and that's why you see that this foundation. Oh, wait. What did I do? And if you mess up with the blending, you can always do this. Go back with that brush. Obviously, don't add any foundation to it. And like I said, this dries down pretty quickly. And I usually move pretty quickly. I do my makeup, chill, relax, listen to some music. I wanted to start this YouTube because a lot of my friends are always asking me questions in regards to foundations and how do I do this? How do I do that? I know a lot of people have been asking me to do a makeup tutorial, a full-blown one. And to be honest, I was really nervous. But then I'm like, okay, you know what? Why not? And to be honest, I'm having fun. Okay, so the powder that I just used is Huda Beauty's Canufa, and that's the color Canufa. I like it because it brightens your under eye. I want to get Blondie though because I feel like this doesn't brighten my under eye as much as I like. I do also go underneath with my air spun because my under eye creases so much. So I do use my air spun to set my concealer. Now, I will say this. Yeah, my smile lines, gotta get them suckers first. And a lot of people are like, girl, you look crazy. Listen, trust the process. If you're doing your makeup and you don't look crazy, honey, you ain't doing it right. Okay. Usually I do this part once I'm kind of done doing everything. Now, because I do have combo skin, I'll tell you what, I don't bake, like I don't leave the powder on long. So I'm gonna take Jacque Cosmetics setting powder in tan, and I am gonna roll my brush in it and then just use that to buff out all this setting powder. Now, this cheek powder, sometimes I do leave it on. Sometimes I don't. I'm going all backwards today. Usually I put this the light setting powder, and then I kind of go over my face with this as my finishing powder. But I like this finishing powder because I put it on and it blends all the powders in together nicely. Then I go over my face with a damp. That's another thing. Your beauty blender should not be soaking wet, and you should never use it dry. Just damp, and then I kind of go like this to kind of press all that powder in to my complexion. And also, if you have like excess powder, like I said, I have combo skin, so I'm a little dry like in here and here. So this helps. And trust me, all this is gonna come together once I use my setting spray. And I want to, before I keep going, now that my face is set, I want to smoke out the bottom of my eyes. Only because lately, I just kind of like the way that looks when you smoke the bottom of your eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that cleavage and I'm going to just pack it on to maybe right here. I don't want to drag it all the way because, like I said, I have hooded eyes and my eyes are small and I want my eyes to look open and not closed. So you just want to pack. Now I'm kind of blowing this out. And then I'm going to go into the hookup, which is, remember that brown color? And buff that right in there. Buff it in, blow it out. Like I said, I've been into like that. I see, if you look at my eyes, see how it looks a lot better. Now we are going to contour. So I'm going to be using a Hoola Caramel Bronzer, and I'm also going to be using the Jacque Cosmetics Tan. This is the color. I'm going to be using those two to bronze. Since we're doing a soft glam, I want to snatch, make me look a little skinny, but I don't want it to be, too dark. Because when you're doing a soft glam, you want to keep it soft, And let's get, because you want to create like a nice bronzy kind of, like I just came from the beach and caught a nice tan kind of look. I just came from a beauty pageant. or a party. You know what I mean? I just know that I don't want to make this too ba boom. Put a little bit under here. We want to snatch this chin. You see that? I haven't even blended this contour. I think it took 5 pounds off my face. And let me tell you something. Sometimes, like, the lady in Ulta was like, oh, that's too light for you. Like I told her, lady, I'm a makeup artist. Trust me. Look at that. That's too light for me. You can see that. I said to her, just because it looks light doesn't mean it's going to look light once I put it on. And like I told her, trust me, I've been there, done that. Okay. So I just want to have this. I think this is a real Techniques sculpting brush. And I kind of like going in with it afterwards to make sure that everything is blended in well. And you want to get the double chin. Get the double chin. And then drag it down a little bit. I want to make this chin un poco más delgada. A little bit skinnier. You know? And don't forget to blend all this goodness in. Because remember, you want it to look like shadows, not like a harsh line. But you don't want to overblend either to the point where you can't even see. So as you see, it looks like shadows. Look at that forehead. What forehead? What forehead? Huh? Okay. To do my nose, I use this little brush. And I just go straight down. What you can do if you're a beginner, right? And you don't really know how to snatch your nose, you can put an eyeshadow brush and then go like this. Okay? And go like this. You see that? Like, I like to snatch my nose. That I do like to snatch, okay? If you don't, some people have cute little button noses and they don't have to snatch anything. But your girl, she got to snatch this nose. And then just buff it out. I like using this, what is it, a sculpting brush? Especially, even with liquids, this is bomb. I prefer to use powder for my contour. Only because, like I said, I'm oily in my T-zone to like the top. You see that? All right. The nose is snatched. And I know earlier I did this already, but I do it again and then I press the powder in like this. And then, because I don't want to look like a ghost, I take that Jacque Cosmetics setting powder in my skin color and buff that out. All right. Then this is my all-time favorite. So to keep everything in place, I use the Urban Decay All Nighter pressed powder, and it says that it's waterproof. I don't know that it's waterproof, but I'll tell you what, when you put it over like your finished product, and I just realized I have not put blush, but anyway, I usually put blush on before I do this part. I feel like it keeps me nice and matte. And then when I put my all-nighter setting spray, I feel like it just gives me a nice satin skin-like feel. All right. For blush, I am going to be using Pretty Vulgar and Make Them Blush 18. And smile. What's the use of crying? Smile. No, let me stop. You guys are probably like, okay, I'm about to mute this chick. I'm just a positive person. I love to be happy. I love to laugh and just like enjoy life, because who got time to be sad? Like, and I suffer depression, okay? Don't get it twisted. But you know what? I'm a fighter. Doing makeup makes me happy. Teaching you guys makes me happy. So I try to look at the bright side of everything. Alrighty. Go in with that. Okay. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Oh yeah, I'm the queen of making sounds. So you would be like, what is she doing? So it is time for eyebrows. Okay. So you want to brush these up. Brush these up. You can conceal them before you do that. I prefer not to. So what you want to do is you want to take the Jacque Mgido Cosmetics eyebrow gel, and you want to first brush your eyebrows here the opposite direction, and then because you want to oomph them up, give them volume, and then you just want to brush them up, the natural hair growth. You see? Now, if you see the difference already, that volumized my eyebrows. I'm telling you guys, $25. You can't beat it. And she does sell all this separate. I believe the pomade is $10. $10. And I believe the pen is $12. But why not buy the bundle, guys? And with my code, you get 15% off. So JH 2020, guys. JacqueMgido.com. Jacque Mgido Cosmetics. I'm telling you. You see that? You see the volume in these eyebrows? Bam, 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 bam. So yeah, I used to do my eyebrows at the beginning, and then I just got tired of having to go back into them to redarken them, because you see all that powder I use. Alrighty. Make sure these bad boys are, and okay. Now we're going to use the brow pomade. So I take a little bit of the product, put it on the back of my hand, so I'm not using too much. It's an eyebrow tutorial that I did in my first video, the one prior to this. So you see? And if you want to know more about brows, watch my other video, because that one is just a brow tutorial. It's not a full face like I'm doing today. Just grabbing more product, putting it on the back of my hand. Or I feel like when you put the product on the back of your hand, because obviously your body's own body heat, it like warms up the pomade. So I feel like it glides on your skin a lot better. Look at that, guys. I got an eyebrow. Because like I said, you let this set for 90 seconds. So now I'm going to go to my other eyebrow. This sets and it's waterproof and it has a 24-hour staying power. Guys, how do I know that this has a 24-hour staying power? The one day I came home late and I had my makeup done and I literally cleaned off all my face and I was like, you know what? Let me go to bed with my eyebrows. Because if I wake up with some eyebrows, then this stuff is legit. So I woke up the next day, eyebrows were intact. And then you want to take a concealer you either want to take foundation or, matter of fact, I will use foundation. In my other tutorial, I used concealer. This video, I'm going to take foundation, flick the excess here, and then you're going to flick it into the front of your eyebrows to soften them. You see that? You see this? You see how light that gets them? It makes them light so that you don't have that harsh square eyebrow. And I'm not done with my eyebrows. I still have to carve them out because you don't want that sharp, you see those sharp, you don't want that sharp triangle up there. But I just wanted to show you guys. Let me turn this on, the light on here on. For the sake of this video, I just want to do this first so that you guys can see like the difference. You see that? And you could take it far back, a little bit far back, just to kind of blend it in. And then I like to take my brush and kind of go like this. And if you go, okay, I didn't want that to be too light, so you can go back in here. If you're like, oh my goodness, I went too far back, guys, don't freak out if you make mistakes. I'm telling you, professionals make mistakes all the time. I make mistakes all the time. You guys just see the end result, but you didn't see the struggle. So you want to flick it. I'm flicking this again. And blend. Okay. Now you want to take the lighter concealer. So I'm going to go in with the tan sand in my Tarte Shape Tape. Put a little bit in the back of my hand. Because I'm telling you, everything goes on smoother and nicer when you let it warm up on the back of your hand. Now I'm going to take that concealer brush that comes with the $25 eyebrow bundle. I am going to take that and I'm going to put it and I'm going to start right there. And there we go. Remember I told you guys not to worry about the fact that the highlight was lost because I told you we were going to go in. Now, I like to pull, like I said, because I have hooded eyes, doing this just makes things a little easier. And so, I'm going to blend that. See? If you look at this side, I still have a little bit of a highlight with this. Do you guys see? I told you. Mistakes happen. But nothing that I can't fix. I'm not even going to edit that out because I want you guys to see that I make mistakes too. And guys, in order to get better with makeup, with eyebrows, practice makes perfect. There's plenty of other people that do makeup better than I do. hey, I just keep practicing and keep practicing and keep practicing till it looks better. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't have talent. I wish I can do makeup like you. And I literally tell them, you can do makeup like me. All you have to do is practice. Now we're going to conceal the top. So, and the top, you want to take a foundation. You can use your foundation, which I'm probably going to use, or you can use a concealer that matches the top of your brow. You know what? Let me use my concealer for the top of my brows. So this is the Tarte Shape Tape in Tan Deep Honey. Guys, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. All right. So we're going to clean the top. Hold your breath when you're doing this. I'm telling you, just like when you do. Oh, and I'm not finished with my eyes, guys. You still got to do the wing. I mean, my lashes, I always wait until after I do my brows anyway. Only because, I don't know, I feel like when I do my lashes first, I kind of feel like it messes me up. But look at the difference. Right now, my eyebrows look like cousins, but they need to look like sisters. Although I like to make them look like twins, but yeah, you don't have to. As long as they look like sisters. Okay, so you see how I softened the arch? You see how before it was high up? And then I kind of softened it a little bit here. Just flicking a little bit concealer in the front because I want to diffuse that a little bit, make it lighter so they could look more natural. Because like I said, I don't really like your eyebrows shouldn't be boxed. Like if they look boxed, they look so unnatural. They look drawn on. And how do you like those brows? What do you think, guys? What do you think? Yay or nay? Okay, so I'm gonna be taking this and just kind of going in lightly and trying my best not to mess up. Just kind of darkens it and it makes sure that my eyebrows stay on for 24 hours. Okay? All right, and this part, you want to go like up, you see? Just make sure you're going lightly. And if you go too dark, before it dries up, just go like that. You see that? That's what I do. And I go lightly because this wand or this pen, if you press it hard, it'll look dark. It'll look dark, and nobody wants a dark eyebrow at the front of their eyebrows. All right, so we're gonna grab this again and kind of go over it again. Like I said, you're supposed to do this last, but I'm backwards today, okay? I'm backwards. I promise you, my next video, I'm gonna be more organized. So, trust the process. I know right now you guys are like, I don't know about that yet. Trust the process. I just like the V in the corner because I feel like it lifts my eyes, especially after I do the wing. I wanted to do like a simple eye look, that everyone can do. I didn't want to do one of my dramatic looks because I wanted my first video to be of like a look that anyone could do. You know what I mean? Like beginners, pros. Here we go. What do we think, guys? What do we think? What do we think? I am going to do liner. Finally. Guys, I have not used this liner yet, but it's from Maybelline and it's called Hyper Easy Brush Tip Liner Tracer Pen. Okay. When you're doing your liner, okay, cheat sheet, you can use something like this or a Post-it. I think I like this pen a little bit. I don't know if I'm in love with it. And I already messed up. Good that I made another mistake. I need another. Get yourself a handheld mirror. It's easier to do your wing liner this way. See, this line came out better because I decided to use my handheld mirror. Like I said, when you're doing this, you should really be holding your breath. This is my first time filming like a full face makeup tutorial, so and when I'm gonna put lashes on, I do like if I wasn't wearing lashes, then I probably wouldn't make this as thick as I did. But because I'm gonna be wearing lashes, and I feel like the lashes will cover most of that up. And then I like to do the thick. Now my lashes are curly, so I don't curl my lashes because you see I'm like literally fighting to get them down. Now, I'm glad that I made this. See how this eye looks lifted and bomb, and this one is like, no. So we're going to take concealer that's close to your foundation or skin color if you don't wear foundation. We're going to take that angled concealer brush, and we are going to fix this baby. And don't worry, we'll just have to smoke it out again with the eyeshadow. And then you want to take this buffing brush and you want to buff that. You can also, I buff it out first with the brush and then I go in again. Look at that. Now, your wings will most likely be sisters too. Sometimes my wings are twins. Sometimes they're not. And I'm okay with that. Okay, let's try to get these. Just trying to get this as close as possible. Oh, there I go. See, guys? Listen. Any woman that can talk and do her liner without messing it up, like I just did, kudos to you, honey. One day. I'll be that woman. Right now, I'm kind of drying it up so that I can go in with the concealer and fix it. Because you don't ever want to go in to fix a mistake when it's wet because you're going to smear it. Now you're going to use the concealer to fix it. There we go. And tap. You want to use your finger when you're doing it over the shadow. See? And good luck. What do you think, guys? Sisters? I know they ain't twins, but we just gotta make them look like sisters. I'm gonna take a skinny brush. And I'm gonna take that mauve color and put it where the concealer is. Again, I'm going into cleavage. Cleavage. I'm going to use the one that I used to smudge it out. Smoke it out, I mean. And smoke it out more. A little bit of that brown. This is the Urban Decay all-nighter. Yeah. Before I do my lashes, I just put my spray on first. You can do it afterwards. I just prefer to do it before. And then my little fan too. Look at that. All those powders, foundations. Now, what I also like to do too, so I like to spray a little bit on my sponge. And then I like to kind of press all those powders in together. And if I see that I lost like my blush, and I'm not really adding, I'm just using the little bit of blush, although I should add more blush to the brush. Yeah. You want those cheeks to look like you're blushing. Although I would never look like I'm blushing. So I gotta use my blush. Okay. Then I want to spritz. Listen, when it comes to, this is my favorite setting spray, the Urban Decay All Nighter. I've used so many sprays. Like, I don't like matte sprays because what happens is matte sprays dehydrate your skin and they just make you more oily. Or at least in my case, that's what happens. So I don't like matte sprays. Even the De-Slick, I tried it, Urban Decay one, and it's no bueno. Okay. For me, an everyday look, I would do a white line, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we're just going to use a cream nude color. And what this does is it like opens up the eye and makes it, see the difference? Opens up the eye. Yeah. The liner that I'm using is LA Girl Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner in the color. What color is this? Super bright, but it's a cream color. But the name of it is called, it's super bright. Kind of like that color because I mean, at the end, that's what we want is a super bright eye. Okay. Ooh. Okay, now we need to use some mascara. I usually do two different ones. This one is, I don't know, it's by Tarte. The name is, I think it was Ego or something. I don't know, it's the pink one by Tarte. I don't put too much mascara on my top lashes because like I said, my lashes are already curly, which kind of already makes it hard when installing lashes. I don't know, at least it is for me. Does anybody else layer their mascara, meaning they use two different brands? Or is it just me? Like I like this one by Tarte because, and I got this in my one of my boxy charm boxes actually. Otherwise I would have never bought it because it, I don't know, it just never called my attention. But I kind of like trying the stuff that I get in boxy charm, and I kind of like the way um this makes my lashes pop. And I've also been using castor oil on my lashes for, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. But I'm not going to lie, I am not consistent, but not really on my top lashes, but where I've noticed, I don't know if you can see how long they are. I have noticed they have grown some, and I'm not even consistent. Like my lower lashes, I can really see the difference in them because they were really like short. You see, some of you, if you don't like lashes, remember this is a soft glam, so you want eyelashes, but I just dry them really quick. You don't have to do that. Oh, I forgot. Let me go get my lashes. Okay, guys, I'm back. So I got these magnetic eyeliner eyelash, and I actually like them. I didn't think I was gonna like these magnetic lashes, but they come 3 to a pack, and then they come with the liquid. I have my lash applicators and my lash curlers ready to go. Okay, so what you want to do, okay, is you want to tight line with the lash glue. I don't really like this tip. So you want to give this a couple seconds to dry. And then apply the lash. It has magnets on it. So, and you want to be looking down. And uh, uh, voila. Okay, so you want to just make sure that these lashes are on your eye the right way. I use my lash curler after I'm done placing them, just to kind of make sure they're on there tight. But you see the difference? Eyelash? No eyelashes. I'm telling you guys, if you have a problem with putting on regular lashes, I honestly 100% recommend these. Okay. I had to put more on. I must have not put enough. And again, because they have to be like tacky for it to stay on. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave that lash alone and we're gonna move on to the next lash. I just realized I have to put more. I took so long on this other eye. I'm telling you guys, the other day I put these on in 2 seconds. I'm doing this video and all of a sudden I don't know how to do my makeup. All right. Let's try this. There we go. All right. Let's put these lashes on. Okay, guys. We are almost to the finish line. And I swear, the other day, I popped these on so quick that I was like, wow. I don't know if I want to wear regular falsies again. How pretty. Let's see these lips. Before I do that, though, guys, I do want to put some, just a little bit of highlight, because remember, this is a soft glam. Matter of fact, let me spray. I spray some setting spray because it'll make the highlight. See? Makes the highlight pop. And now I don't want to be super bright. I just want a little something, something, you know? I'm just gonna put a highlight on my inner corner tear duct to kind of make this whole look come together. So again, just spraying it to intensify the highlight. Oh, by the way, this highlight is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Crown of My Canopy. I'm sorry, I'm not even showing you guys. So, since I didn't put any shimmer, I'm gonna put some highlight there in my inner corner, a tear duct. And this is like a peachy, goldish color, kind of pinky. Now I look sun-kissed, kind of dewy, but not greasy, because we want to look dewy and not greasy, okay? Oh, yes. I keep looking to, look at that. I think I should do a lip gloss since the eyes are matte. We're doing a soft glam. So should we do a nude with like a brown liner? Let's do that. Let's do a nude with a brown liner. This is actually not a brown liner. It's actually mauvey, but I think it's gonna look so bomb. Oh, this lip liner is by L'Oreal, and it's in the color Nudes for, it's called Nudes for Life. And then fill it in a little bit. The liner. And this gloss I actually got in BoxyCharm. And I love it because it's like a perfect nude color. It's just perfect. Oh, yes. So, guys, this is the finished look. I'm feeling this look a lot. Like I said, this is you could everyday work look. You don't have to do the wing. You can just tight line your eyes. But look at those lashes. They make such a difference. I'm so glad that you guys were patient, that you guys watched this whole video with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's change the lighting. Wait, that's bright. It's not what I want to do. So, different lighting. All right, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video. Thank you. Mi familia, los quiero. I love you guys. Thank you so much for bearing with me. This is my first full face makeup video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm like, ¿quién es esta? Yes. Bye-bye.